Spread out through your feet, toes, placing them down one at a time, all the way out towards your little toes. Bend through your knees, bring your hips into neutral, activate through pelvic floor, your abdominals. Lift through your rib cage, bring the shoulders all the way round and down. Slide the shoulder blades down your back. We can elevate softly, gently, align through the head. Deep breath here. Fueling each of the muscles, nourishing your whole body. Take a moment now to notice where you feel at in your body. How do you feel? Do you have any areas of tension that you'd like to release during this session? Are there any areas that are relaxed that maybe you'd like to tone and strengthen? And then just release those thoughts and dance with me in flowing movement out to the side. Breathing life into your fingertips. Bring it all the way through to the other side. All the way to fingertips. We can flow with that energy. One side, through center to the other side. And bringing this gorgeous dip through the knees and center. Really grounding through center. Bring it into center here. We can just gently rock the hips. We're bending through the knees, coming closer to the ground. Activate through the muscles of your legs. Nice. Gently return that into center, and here we're going to cross to rock the hips back and forwards. It's going to help you find your neutral tonight. It's going to activate through those pelvic floor muscles to your low abs. We're going to work that into a drop of the hip now, one side and then the other. Gorgeous. Here, let's start to bring this into deeper movement. So in this class, we're going to enjoy lots of combinations, working our way from beginner combos through to improver combos and up towards intermediate combos. There'll be something there for everyone. Let's bring the hands down to frame the hips. You can really begin to deepen that movement out now into a figure of 8. And we spoke, if you remember last time, we spoke about how you can utilize hand and arm movements to really accentuate and make those movements appear even bigger. We spoke about that in hands and arms, and we also in the previous session spoke about level changes. How you can utilize those to create an even bigger movement. Let's bring that into slide of hip. Transitioning through one movement to another. Smoothly, softly, steadily. Nice. Coming back in then to that drop of the hip and also that tuck and tilt of the pelvis. We're going to bring that into combination now, an Omi or an African hip circle. Here we go. So we're going to drop through one hip, tuck through your tummy, drop through the other side and tilt. Ready, drop, tuck, drop, tilt. Let's make that a little bit faster. 1, 2, 3, 4. Gorgeous. Drop, tuck, drop, tilt, drop, tuck, drop, tilt, drop, tuck, drop, tilt. We can make that one smooth circular motion now. And the hips come out of neutral. You could frame the hips with your hands. You could make that faster. Enjoy that feeling. Here you go. Here is a more advanced combination with an Omi with some fluid, snaky, serpentine arms. And bring that down. Well done. Let's try that Omi to the other direction here. This time, whichever direction you just went, you're going to reverse that. If you're not sure which direction you went, like I can't remember right now, but I think it's this way. If you can't remember which way you went, usually you'll have one direction feels more natural than the other. Chances are the first way that you went is the one that feels most natural to you. And eventually you get to a stage where if you practice enough on both sides, it feels quite level, quite even, and so it's hard to really say which feels most natural, which is most preferred. Was I going this way? Was I going this way? You want both to feel really natural. The one that doesn't feel so natural, practice a little bit more on that side. Keep it nice and circular. What you'll notice about this hip circle is that your hips do definitely come out of neutral. So if our hips were remaining in neutral here, what this would look like from the side is this. This is a basic hip circle, keeping the hip line level. But here in your Omi, the hips come out of neutral. Your tailbone makes its own little circling motion. You could have a little experiment with relaxing through your arms here. And you could have a little play with circling around the shoulders. Maybe with a level change. Try the other direction. Wow. Bring it into a basic shimmy now. What we're going to try do is just create some arm patterns whilst maintaining that basic shimmy motion. So you can work just with the basic, drop up the hip. I'm going to turn this up ever so slightly for you now. So we got that basic Egyptian shimmy using the knees. Hips are in neutral. Raise the hands up, touching the wrist, out to the side. Bring the hands to the back of the head. Other side. Glowing orb. Out in front, cross them over, keep the shoulders nice and low. Woo! Bring it out. hip drop. Drop, flick, drop, flick, drop, flick. Step back, other side, drop, flick, drop, flick, drop, flick. Nice. Here, you want to try keep your hip edgy and sharp. Keep the arms nice and smooth. And it's that push-pull arm that we did. Try the other side. Nice and edgy, sharp hips, staccato movement, and that smooth fluidity of your arms. Wow, well done. Bring it into center here. We're going to work with a camel. Roll the movement down. You can add that little flick of the foot or not. I'll let you decide. Bring it into center here. Wow, that's so beautiful. If you feel able to and you want to here, what you can do is place one foot slightly behind the other, bend through your knees, keep your back straight, bend through your knee with a straight spine. You can elongate. This is what I would refer to, bring it back into center. I would refer to this as a fake back bend. It's a gorgeous way of bringing that dynamic movement and that depth into your movement, but without being so intensive on your back. So if you haven't warmed up fully or you haven't done a back bend before, I'm gonna get you to stay with that movement where you're gonna step your foot back, bend through both knees, and use the bend of the knees to bring the spine on this diagonal, and then using the muscles of abs to come back up into center. If, however, you have done a back bend before and you're properly warmed up, we can go into that just a little. And coming back upwards. This is something that I could cover in a specific class. If you would like that, feel free to let me know. Coming back into center. Wow. And so also with this revolving motion of arms, let's bring the arms down by our sides for now. And let's have a little look at another kind of a shimmy whilst I tell you about what we're about to do in a moment. So, bringing yourself into that basic stance, you're in alignment all the way through. Hips are definitely in neutral. We're going to twist through the waist to bring the hips forwards and back. Forwards and back. Coming into that Moroccan shimmy, or whatever it's known as to you. Try to keep the upper half still. twist through the waist. We can make that a little bit more of a rocking motion. You can build that up into a shimmy. Woohoo! Beautiful. And relax hands down by your side. Frame the hips gently as you carry on with that movement. So if you remember in the last class, I spoke about a particular hand movement, hands and arms that you can frame movement with as you travel. So we're going to be having fun with that right now. So using that revolving circular motion that we enjoyed a moment ago, we're going to be framing the hips as we hit on one side and then on the other side. You want to have a little shot? Good. Okay, let's have a shot of that. So coming back in your space, you don't need a huge amount of space for this. Using whatever you have available to you, you can adjust the size of your steps to fit. Okay, so we're here. What you're going to do is place one hand on the back of your head. So let's say your left hand. Place your left hand on the back of your head. Bring your right hand out in front. Now I'm mirroring this, so this is actually my left and this is my right, but we're going to reverse that. So your right hand is out in front. Yep. So what we're going to be doing is gradually, let me come closer to the camera just for a moment. I'm going to show you this motion and then we're going to add in, and I'll show you when you're closer to the camera as well in a second. So you're going to be revolving round one side and then the other. Now I've sped this up a little bit just now just to show you. Okay, so we're here. We're going to add a traveling step like what we did. So let's come all the way back. So let's just work with, remember we spoke about 3 different traveling steps. Let's have a little shot of a gliding step. So you're going to step together, 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 step together. That looks gorgeous. Travel back together, back together, back together, back. Forwards, 1. Take it round, perhaps in a circular motion or an oval. You can bring some snaky arms in there. So this is a traveling step that we're going to have a little bit of a play with. So as you step forwards, you're going to bring your hands here. So you're going to step forwards with your left foot and the left hand comes behind your head. At the same time as that, your right hand starts to come out. Yep. So we're here, you're going to step together, step together, step together, step together. So as you step, one hand comes out in front, one hand comes behind your head as you step. As you do the together motion, your hands have already rotated. So they're in this sort of position here where one is up and one is coming down and about to come out like this. So you're about to make this movement here. You've been here and you're going to step together, step, together, step, together, step, together, step, together, step. Yeah? So because building this up from the class that we just did, the bottom half, in this instance, the bottom half of your body, your lower half is making a staccato movement, pretty much your step together, step together, step together, step together. But the upper half of your body is fluid, it's perhaps working with the melody, it's smooth and fluid all the way around. And so whilst we're saying this is step and this is together and this is step and this is together, your upper half is not going to be so defined like that. It's going to be round and smooth and flowing like a river. Whereas your lower half are going to be the boulders that form the banks of the river. Yeah, there's one of my silly analogies for you. I know how much you love them. Let me take this to the mirror here. I'm going to talk to you in the mirror, and that's better. That's better. Let's have fun with this, traveling with this. We're going to step together. Are you ready? Ready, and are we ready? Are we ready? Are you really ready? Let's give it a go. So if we place maybe our left behind us and the right comes out. So ready? Ready, and step together, step together, step together, step. So you're brushing, imagine like you're brushing your hair almost. So you're actually bringing your hand to the back of your head. It frames your face. This is one of the reasons that we do it, is it looks so beautiful and feminine. You framed your face. It's also a really nice opportunity to give a little pose. Ah, hi, like that. I see you there. Let's try that. Do you want to try that a little bit faster with something a little bit more zingy, a bit zesty, a bit earthy? Let's do it. Let me see what we got here. That's fun, that's fun. Well done, everybody. Help yourself to some hydration. So, what we got here? Maybe not so much. Yeah, why not? Why not? It doesn't come much more folkloric than this, right? Well. This is a real opportunity to go with that earthiness of your footing. Let me do it towards you, and I just see that we got it going on. Are you ready? Ready, and step together, 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 step together. Wow, what we're going to do now is we're going to add on to this. Can't help myself here. We can add on to this a hip lift. You're going to lift the hip up, step. So hand comes behind, hit, lift, hit, hit. So your stepping technique is going to be like so. You're going to step, hit, together, hit, hit, step, hit, step, hit, step, hit, step, hit, step, hit. Wow. Step, hit, step, hit, step, hit, step. Woo! Take it round. Nice. Into center. Shimmy. Step back, bend through your knees. Woo! Wow, well that was absolutely fantastic. So to finish up then, superb. Let's have a little bit of fun with the darbuka. Let's have some fun with darbuka. You can work with some of the movements that we did. You can bring some of your own crazy movements. Let's see what we can co-create. So, tuning into where you feel now in comparison to how you felt at the beginning of this session. All right, you ready? So there's no right or wrong answer. Actually, there's only right answers. Let's just see what flows. Ready? Here we go. Wow, wow, that was absolutely amazing. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Lots of little things to have a little play with there. Have a feel about with the idea of something being quite staccato and sharp and punctuated on the lower half, something really fluid and serpentine flowing on the top half. Woohoo! Wow. And coming into center, let's have a little cool down stretch. Coming out to the side. Bring one foot out in front, bring it all the way around to the back. You can lift up and grip on. We're going to stretch out through our thigh and through our hip flexors there. In neutral. Deep breath here, and as you breathe out, let's release that down. I'm going to take that to the other side, come all the way around. Lifting up. Hopefully you feel more connected to your body now, more tuned in to how you really feel. You know, when somebody asks you, oh, how are you? And you say, I'm great, thanks. Yeah, well, I'm good. But you don't actually know how you really feel because you haven't really listened to your body properly that day. Well, hopefully you feel like you have now. Take a deep breath here, and it can really make a huge difference to how you feel in your body, in your mind, in your spirit, your energy. Coming back into center, take it across towards the other side. Into center, placing both hands together, bowing in gratitude to you for showing up for yourself and to each other. Thank you. If you've enjoyed this video, please remember to like, subscribe and hit notifications so you can be informed of when the next video goes up. If you'd like to support the creation of these videos, remember you can head along to patreon.com/Little Egypt Studio, where you'll find a community of other enjoyers of these videos. See you soon. Bye.